you still not get paid for the work that hasn't been done in your team. Okay. So let's jump straight into it, eating up objections like breakfast. Okay. So I'll just sort of like, reiterate a little bit on, on what I had said earlier about follow up. We did follow up, and I did a follow up crash course for us last week. I want to say everything I said about follow up, how, follow up is this, follow up is that, blah, 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 blah. No, that's not, follow up is not the training today. But I'm going to talk a little bit about it because it's from here that you transcend into the objection part, handling objection. You need to be following up. You need to be in the process of following up before you encounter an objection. You don't just, and you not just think, and somebody will just call you, a prospect will call you and say, please, hey, my problem is time. No, it doesn't happen that way. It doesn't happen that way. The only way it happens is if you are already following up and the person now has questions. Good. So when I put together this follow-up crash course here, my goal was that even a child that is still sucking on the mom's breast can go through this follow-up crash course and be able to follow up the best way that they can. Do you understand? Following up, you don't need to be a guru in following up. If you follow this compressed method of following up, if you follow this compressed method of following up and you do it over time, you can still become, you can still get to the pro level. The goal is to have, because if I say, let's make it difficult, this is what you need to do, this one, let's make it so short, let's make it so short that it comes into one slide. The goal is that by the time you go through this, as simple as it simplify it so much, and no matter what, I've not even gone to university and I'm accounting it training, you can still use it. I'm a child, you can still use it and still get a lot of results. Okay. So when somebody is done with presentation, first of all, when is the best time to follow up, my people? When is the best time to follow up on someone? When is the best time to follow up on somebody? When is the best time to follow up on someone? When is the best time? Please, answers. Immediately after presentation. That day we ran the presentation, I also mentioned that you can even sprinkle some small follow-up before the end of presentation. So if you're inviting somebody, tell the person that there's going to be selection at the end of the meeting. Make sure you stay till the end. Please, just make anything you can do, just make sure you stay till the end, because the presenter is going to be selecting some people. Now, let me announce now. I wanted to announce it at the end, but because we're doing this follow-up training, it's even important that I announce it now. Okay? The month is ending this week. Around this week, Friday, Thursday, whatever, people are going to be receiving their salaries. On Thursday, I'm handling Project Activate events. Strictly Project Activate. My presentation is going to be well tailored to present Project Activate. One reason I'm also hosting this presentation is because I was supposed to be the one to host the first Project Activate session, but unfortunately had like a slight emergency and I wasn't able to handle it. So Dr. Maxwell handled it and he did it so well. But I'm putting together a slide that we're going to be using moving forward for the Project Activate, for all the daily presentations that will give us lots of results by God's grace. Because presentation now, because we're running Project Activate, we can't be saying random things. Everything has to be in line with Project Activate. Our trainings, follow-up training, this follow-up training today as well is in line with Project Activate. Do you understand? Good. So I'm going to be hosting a presentation on Thursday by 7 p.m. For me, it's going to be the major launch we've had since we started this Project Activate. The other one, the one that Dr. Maxwell did, I'll see it as the pre-launch. This one is going to be the major launch. The part of the reason why I cannot do it, I know some of you may say, why is she not doing it on Sunday? Why is she not doing it on Saturday? Unfortunately, I'm too occupied. I'm going for a church retreat this weekend, so I may not be able, not even me, I can't be able. It's one that we're literally just, praying all through, engage all through. So I won't be able to handle it. But Thursday, invite every single person in your life. Is going to be amazing. So in line with this follow-up training that we're doing, this is salary period. Immediately after this thing, what will you do? Because a lot of you, not a lot of you, I believe that all of you are going to invite massively for that session. Our Zoom capacity is 300. If everybody here invites just two of their friends, some of you invite 5, some of you will invite 10. If all of you invite as many people as possible to that session, right, the Zoom will not even be enough for us. So a lot of follow-up. I expect that you should know how to follow up your people. Don't go and cross your leg. After you invite 5 people, then you now sleep off. Hey, I slept off. By the time you wake up, that money is gone. Follow up immediately. That's why I'm putting the presentation by 7 p.m. The presentation is not 8 p.m. because 8 p.m., by the time you're calling them, they may not repeat. And my goal is to be very fast. So if you start by 7, 8:30, 8:40, we're already done. Why is it even 8:30? It's because of questions, calling on payments, and all those things. That's why I get into 8:30. So even while that 8:30 is happening, you're chatting them up and saying, I'm talking about the Zoom part now. For presentation, physical presentation, because we're going to have a massive presentation in Abuja office on Saturday by 2 p.m. Make sure you're inviting massively. For the one presentation in the hall, you don't really need to do anything. There's nothing you can do. There's literally little or nothing you can do. So what do? Just be there. Let the presenter finish. When the presenter finishes, they can now use this script. But while you are in the session on Zoom, you're chatting to the person, sis, please make sure you grab this thing. This lady is, don't miss out on a mentorship. Or if it's a guy that's presenting and it's a Friday, let's say it's another session. Don't miss out. Please don't, whatever you do, don't miss out on this. Make sure you take I took it, and that's one of the reasons I was selected. And I know the benefits of finance work. Please don't miss it. Don't miss out on the mentorship slot. That's what you are saying. Don't invite people and be lazy. You have 5 people in session, 3 people in session, and you move about your life. You should already time yourself, set alarm. If presentation is 7 p.m., by 8:30, session is over. Don't even wait till that 8:30. Be logging in from time to time to even be sure that the people you invited are still in. Do you understand? Fantastic. So let's go. So immediately after the session is over, you start calling them one after the other. So what do you say? When you call the person, amazing, right? You already know the person's name because you called them. So I imagine that you know their name. Let's say the person's name is Tunde. Tunde, amazing, right? Of course, yes. Remember why we said we don't ask, do you like it? Hope you like it, or you activate the other part of their brain. I think all of this has already been explained. We've done this part, okay? What do you love most about it? I love the car. Allow them to talk at this point. And when they are done, don't be in a hurry. Okay, I mean, I know you took the mastermind mentorship. I'm sure you took it. When the person says at this point, no, I didn't, honestly. I didn't take the mastermind mentorship because yada, yada, yada. Wow, I can't believe you did not jump on that offer. Oh yeah, which of the packages are you going for? You know, I said it, always assume the sale first. I learned this from Grant Cardone. Always assume the sale first with all the enthusiasm and passion you can muster. If objections come, welcome them wholeheartedly, but always assume the sale. Always assume the sale. Let me say it again. Always assume the sale. What do you mean by assuming the sale? Just assume that this person is in already. Your problem is that you go into your closing process with negativity. Do you understand? So with all the enthusiasm, I mean, always assume the sale with all enthusiasm and passion you can muster. If objections come, this is around the time. So I can't believe you take so which of the packages are you going to go for? I'd like to go for the 3 accounts package. I'd like to go for the 190. Oh, fantastic. You give them, okay, it's true. If it's a physical meeting, you start looking for the form to give them immediately. If it's an online meeting, oh, fantastic. Let me send you the account number. You forward them the account number. Oh, yeah, you can pay into the Abuja. They say if the person is in Abuja, it's pay into Lagos if the person is in Lagos. At this point, that's where their objections cease. I can't pay now. I cannot pay now. Please remember, enthusiasm, your passion, your excitement has to be in your voice. So at this point, when they now say, I can't pay now, oh, are you serious? Oh, why? What happened? This is now where they bring in their objection. So that brings me to the next training. But first of all, take a screenshot of this because all of us will practice it immediately after the project activate session that will happen on Thursday by 7 p.m. All 184 of us, I believe, we're going to all invite massively. I'll talk about how to invite for 7 p.m. on Thursday. I'll talk about it. We'll maximize it. I'll talk about it. Like I'm literally going to carry us like children today. I'm going to carry us like this. So you don't have any excuse. I'll teach us how to invite for the events, for the session on Thursday by 7 p.m. I'm also teaching you how to follow up. Don't wait for your leader. If you want to succeed in this business, start learning things that will make you independent of your leader. If you want to go far in this business, I started learning how to become independent from my leader from my 2nd month in the business. As soon as I came in, of course, I was very much attached to my leader. I couldn't take a step without her, couldn't do anything without her. I was literally like at her beck and call just because I needed to learn. But from my 2nd month, I started little by little. I can do it now. I can do it. Little by little. Practice makes perfect. I kept on doing it. So with this follow-up training that I'm doing for you so that your leader cannot do shakara again for you. Your leader cannot do shakara again for you. Do you know how many people quit the business because they feel like their upline was not able to do some things for them? That's not me. That type of thing cannot even happen to me. Cannot even happen to my type of person. So I'm raising it to be part of what makes a leader is pouring into people and raising people to become like them or even better. So my goal is to make you people like me or even better than me. Do you understand? Take responsibility. And you have 5 people. Can you imagine? I invited 7 people. I sent all the numbers to my leader. My leader did not even call any of them, and now nobody paid. Oh, no, don't allow that one to happen to you. Do you understand? Please. The 7 people, I've taught you what to do now. You start calling them one after the other. That can never be you. After this training, no, that can never be you. So take screenshot of this immediately. Take a screenshot of this immediately. That does not mean that the three-way calls cannot happen. You cannot still involve your leader. That does not mean you should do everything by yourself. That does not mean that there are some people you're talking to, you can get to a point where you're like, you know what, I think my leader can close this person better. That doesn't mean. But what I'm saying is just in case your leader is unavailable for whatever reason, whether they are doing it intentionally or unintentionally, you can handle it yourself. Have you taken a screenshot? Once you take a screenshot, say done, because I'm moving to the next one. But I'll count to 5, I'll move to the next one. 1, because I've waited and waited. 2, 3, 4, 5. I've tried. Let's move to the next one because it's already 8:25. I hope I'll be able to cover everything. So having objections, let's go. See objections like a natural part of the process. I talked about this in the last training, but no, let's still talk about it here. See objections like a natural part of the process. It is just the prospect, I mean, seeking more understanding. Be warm towards them. Be very warm, extremely warm towards them. When a person is throwing your objections, don't start, that's not the time to start acting rude or anything because we expected that they should have made payment. No. At this point, he drops his objection. Never argue, never disagree with your prospect or try to make him feel uncomfortable. Please do not do that. Don't make your prospect feel uncomfortable. Don't start saying, is that how you feel? No, now, but that's not what the presenter said. No, don't do that. Except maybe the prospect is becoming extremely rude. And I've also told us, trust me, it's not even easy, even me that I'm saying this part now. Even when the prospect is being very rude, let's say he's talking over, you allow the prospect to talk, the prospect is talking, you waited, you didn't even say anything, you're even agreeing, oh yeah, I get your point. And the person is just talking, and it's not your own turn to talk and they cut you short. Remember what I said in the last training? I said, at that point, what do you say? Mr. Suleiman, but you know I allowed you to talk now. If we keep talking over each other, I won't hear you and you also not hear me. Remember, I allowed you to talk, so it's my own turn. Can I talk so you can understand me? I'm not talking to you, I'm not trying to convince you, I'm trying to get you to understand what we're doing. Okay? Because full stop, then you now continue. At that point, I told you people in the last meeting, there's a way you can call people stupid without actually saying you are stupid. In such a very polite manner that they'll even say thank you for calling me back to my senses. Do you understand? Fantastic. So don't say it in a rude manner, just say it very nicely. Mr. Suleiman, I allowed you to talk. So it's my turn to talk now. So allow him to talk. This is his own turn to talk now. So at this point, he's talking. Don't say a word. So now that's not what the presenter said. You can have a pen and paper. I learned this thing from Ambassador, okay? You can have a pen and paper at this point and be penning down some things so you don't forget. Don't say something because don't interject because you don't want to forget. Just be writing it down. Okay, he said he doesn't really like blah, 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 but that's not what the business is about. He doesn't like selling. Don't come and say, no, but you don't sell now. Just allow him to finish, okay? They just right here. He said selling, we don't sell. That's going to be your first point. Number 2. So when he now finishes, just talking. In 1955, what. I also want to warn at this point that you're going to meet some people that are talkatives. Like they love talking. Maybe they deprive them of talking in their workplace. They deprive them of talking at home. They've now caught you like this to come and talk to. So I've met a lot of them. So if they catch you, sir, honorably accept your position as the person that they will talk to because you meet them. But you know people like that. That is as if they've not talked to anybody in their entire life. As they caught you like this, they hold you. And your mind, you're like, what 7 other people I'm going to talk to? How 7 other people I'm going to talk to? But can you just why you're telling me about your family's problem? I just met you. I don't even know you. You've told me about your wife in this conversation. You've told me about your husband in this conversation. In this one conversation, I now know. In fact, I even know your children's name. The 5 of them, I know their name. I know the school that they go to. You're going to meet them, but just listen to them, okay? When they now finish, just tell them, I understand how you feel. This is handling objection crash course. Wow, I understand how you feel. I felt the same way, but let me show you what I found. I totally understand how you feel. I felt the same way as well. I felt like I couldn't do this. I felt like I couldn't do that. But I said we're going to pick those objections one after the other, using the feel found to handle them. But look at what I found. You're handling it like a professional. Okay, so produce to educate him more. At this point, he has finished. So your goal now. Remember your goal. I said your goal is not to sign him up. Yes, he'll sign up. You do a good job at what we're doing. But your goal is to educate him more. Share a little bit of your story. You can invite your upline at this point. At the end, never finish without your closing line. What is your closing line? Which of the packages are we starting your upline? Teach him about, okay, sorry, this part. I don't know why I've not deleted this part, please. We don't do instrumental plan anymore. Okay, before we take installment plan and take take them on installments. Like if the person wants to pay for 50K, they can pay 30K, we take it, but we don't do that anymore. So, okay, so please take a screenshot of this as well. Have this at your beck and call. Just have it somewhere that you never forget. That's the goal. Please take a screenshot of this immediately. Once you take it, stay done, so we can go into the objections proper. See objection, like I said earlier, as a natural, don't be scared of handling objections. The faster you get used to these things, the better for you. And just tell yourself that it's okay. The person is not coming to bite you. They just do not understand. If the person understood, they would have made payments. So allow people to object. Do you understand? Maybe, anyway, allow people to object. Okay, fantastic. I guess we've taken a screenshot of this. So handling objections, let's go to handling objections proper. Note that every time a prospect sees your product or opportunity, there are only 3 objections that holds them back. These are the 3 major objections. Every other thing is wishy. I don't have money, I don't have time, I don't have, all those ones are wishy, but we'll still talk about how to handle them. Number 1 question the prospect has in their mind is, does this work? That's number 1. The reason why they feel this way is because there are so many fakes out there and they have lost money. Does this really work? That is number 1 question they have in their mind. You see, if anything I'm saying is not going to be more than these 3. Number 2, can I do it? They're thinking. Most times your prospects, oh, you invited 10 billion people and 10 billion people attended. And out of the 10 billion people, only 1 paid. And the remaining billion people still did not register. 9 point something billion did not pay. It's because they still felt like they could not do the business. Or because they felt like they could not do the business. Can I do it? With my current knowledge, can I do this? What I know now, can I do this? Am I able to talk the way this presenter is talking? Let me even tell you people the truth there. A fantastic presenter may even be your greatest undoing. It's a good thing, though. But what the person that is listening is saying, this lady can talk. Oh, hey, this guy can talk. But will I be able to talk like this? I don't think I can do this business. Think I can do this business. That is why we share our story, where we're coming from, blah, 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 so that it can still grow with us. That's why you must share your story. Don't jump into your story. Don't just say, oh, because of time, let me just jump, let me leave where I'm coming from and just tell them what this business has given me. No, that's where you're coming from is what breaks that thing in their head. Like, can I do this thing? That's where I'm coming from breaks it in their head. The energy I used in sharing my story 5 years ago is still the energy I use now. With my current knowledge, can I do this? That's what's going through their mind. Number 3, will you help me? Will I get some help to make sure I don't lose my investment? Because, we say during presentation, it's not an investment, oh, this is not an investment, blah, blah, blah. As far as they're concerned, it's their money that is going into it, so they see it as an investment. Otherwise, they would have used that money to buy stuff from other places, but they're buying from here. So they're seeing it as an investment because some people, they're not registering because of the products, they're registering because of the business. If you don't have the right posture, build your skill and confidence to handle this. Just say bye-bye to your big income goals. Forget it. They're not going to make payments. Forget it. If you cannot handle these 3 things in your conversation with your prospect, in your presentation, the presenter, that's why we make sure that in our presentation, all of these things are incorporated. So don't miss out. Just keep asking yourself before you even present, these 3 things, is it well answered by me? And just remember that these are the genuine fears that your prospects have and must be tackled before they make their payments. There are some people that they will not give you stressful. They will not stress you. They will not stress you out. In fact, there was one person I was even talking to one time. She said, to be honest with you, honestly, like I know about, she made payments in our Abuja office. She said, honestly, I've already known about you guys. And honestly, I've been working towards registering and everything. But I think I'm more comfortable registering in your own team. You meet people like that. Those ones, they won't stress you out. They won't even ask too many questions. They will even make payment. They not after they make payment, I say, hey, I have some questions. Those prospects are so sweet. You've collected their money. So you're no longer answering their question because you need to match. You're answering their question because you just have to answer their question. It's such a sweet conversation to have. Okay, fantastic. So with good demonstration, use FFF rule and close the deal. For those of you that don't know what FFF rule is, still at this point, FFF rule is feel, felt, found rule. So master what to say for every objection. Okay, so they embrace some of the. Please tell me I did not. Okay, this slide was supposed to come first. If you want to be good at closing, right? If you want to be very, very good during the closing process, you need to embrace rejection. To be a great salesperson, you must embrace what Wayne Gretzky said, right? You can't make the shot you never take. Don't assume somebody will not register. Don't start telling yourself you are bad. Just try. Don't fear rejection. Instead, welcome it as a stepping stone to success. Ask for the order repeatedly. Even if you miss hearing a no 10 times, just ask. Avoidance will not lead to progress. Persistence will. You need to understand this. Avoiding following up on somebody will not get you sign up. Our problem is that you keep thinking of easy way out, and that's why you're not making money. You keep trying to avoid it. If you avoid it, you're avoiding the money as well. Okay? The next thing that makes salespeople really, really good at closing is that they assume the sale. I've explained this part already, but let me break it down what I mean. Whenever I say assume the sale, remember I said I got this from Grant Cardone. The reason why he says assume the sale, this is the reason. Believe it or not, the top reason salespeople fail is they are reluctant to ask for the order. The problem is that you keep showing people the opportunity, but you never just ask. My mother would say this thing. In fact, I learned how to ask questions because of my mother. I've seen my mother ask herself out of situations that some people are struggling with. My mom is not the type of person that would pride and ego will stop her from asking questions. And that's where I got my nature from. I'll ask anybody, even if you're my downline, I'll ask you. So you can't come in with ego into your sales. No. If I have ego, the number one thing, let me tell you the number one thing that network marketing kills. Can somebody tell me the number one thing that network marketing kills in you? The number one thing network marketing kills within you. What is the number one thing? I've said it already, but I wanted to say, let me put money on it, but what's the number one thing? Ego, pride and ego. As in, network marketing will use your pride and ego and do it like this. Squeeze it out of you. The people that are still struggling in network marketing are people that network marketing is trying to squeeze out your ego. You are still saying no, 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 no. Are the ones that are still struggling. What's the worst that will happen? Many never ask, fear rejection or failure. Some mistakenly believe that being nice is enough to secure a sale. That's wrong. Very, very wrong. Being nice. Have I not told you about one lady that she brought somebody to my presentation, to my office? I was closing somebody for her. And no, the funny thing is, this thing has happened like more than 4 times now. This thing has happened like more than 4 times now. And that one even still happened, was it last 2 weeks in my office? I'm closing somebody for you. You've brought somebody for me. Why are you talking? And please, this is also a correction for all of you. Once you bring somebody for closing, you want your leader to close somebody for you. This is not the time to talk. Zip, close your mouth. Zip, don't say a word. Zip, don't say a word. After you've done the introduction, this is my leader, someone I respect someone, or this is my my intending teammate. She's going to be joining us soon. She has 1 or 2 questions. Please, my leader, I need you to help me, handle some of her questions. Once your leader starts talking, zip, don't say a word. So as I was talking, encouraging the lady, I was saying, okay, why don't you lock in the 50K payment, blah, blah, blah. Guess who was not making excuses for the lady, the person that I was talking to? Her friend that brought her was not saying, I trust me, I understand why she cannot actually make payments right now. I understand why. Don't worry, she'll make the payments. I'm like, please, can you just allow me to talk? Because the honest truth is, you don't know. The person is your best friend, but you don't know. You don't know who they can easily call and say, you know what? There's a way you'll explain something to someone. The person will say, you know what? Give me 5 minutes. That's happened several times in my office now. Several times. Someone that did not intend to make any payment. But after the conversation, No, please just give me 1 second. Let me call my brother. And then they call their brother and or their sister or whoever, or maybe relation, and the person makes payment for them. Ask. While we're getting to the root of it, we're still asking and poking and poking. Because sometimes people say they don't have money, but they have objections hanging in their head. By the time you now handle the objection, you repeat the question again. Which of the packages are you starting with? Oh, that's what I was trying to do. Like if the teammates now started saying, no, man, I understand how you understand. So why did you not bring the person to me to come and help you collect money? Matter if since you understand, carry the understanding and leave my office now. But unfortunately, you didn't collect money. You wanted me to collect money, but you took the money from it. Being nice is not enough to secure a sale. That's what she was trying to be. She wanted to be nice to her friend. Her friend ended up, I'm sure, I cannot swear because it's not good to swear, but I'm sure that lady later did not register. I know she did not later register. In reality, a small percentage may buy without asking. Said this before, but most people require being asked at least 5 times. Without the courage to ask, you only get the leftovers left by professionally trained salespeople who do ask. If you don't ask questions, the people that are really doing the work, the people that stay in the close, that which is the next characteristics you're supposed to have as a salesperson if you want to close deals. Embrace the power of asking to succeed in sales. Ask, 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 ask. Then the next one is they stay sold on the offer. They stay sold on the offer. They stay sold on the offer. To excel in sales, you must stay committed to your own story. What is your own story? You have a fantastic opportunity. You have a beautiful opportunity. If you can easily get swayed by others, hold your own conviction. Avoid falling into a cycle where you intend to sell but end up buying into someone else's story instead of selling your own. Your goal, Grant Cardone in that book, Sell or Be Sold. That's why I got most of these ideas. These people now. Please, can you still hear me? Can anybody still hear me? Can you still hear me? Can anybody still hear me? Please let me know if you can still hear me. Okay, fantastic. Good, good, good. Okay, okay, thank you. So, we in that sell or be sold, Grant Cardone said one person is selling, one person is buying. You intended to sell your product to this person, but the person ended up selling their own opinion. Oh, I don't have time, blah, blah. You too, you bought that, I don't have time, and you left. In every conversation, someone is selling, someone is buying. Make sure you're the one doing the selling because you're the salesperson. Avoid falling into a cycle where you intend to sell, but you end up buying into someone else's story. So instead of selling your own, be resolute in your belief, and that confidence will make you a good salesperson. Stay sold on your offer. They persist in the sales process. If you're conditioned to believe that getting your way is negative, because that's how some people think so negatively about selling. That's why you are still broken. You're in sales business and you're still broke. You're in sales business. You need to understand that we're all selling. Those of you that mothers, you sold to your children this morning. Junior, God, eat. Mommy, I don't want to eat. I don't like vegetables. Junior, vegetables make you strong. Without vegetables, you will not grow taller. Remember those days, my mom, every time beans, 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 all of us got tired. My mom would say, if you don't eat beans, you will not be tall. If you don't eat beans, this is where you'll be stunted. This is where your height will, you just stop like this. Almost yours, they eat beans. I even now had that belief that beans makes you tall. I had it for such a long time. I don't know if it's the truth, but my mom told that story for such a long time. We don't know why we think beans so much. But if it worked, naturally also maybe it worked. Selling. All of us are in sales. The only thing is that some of us are making money for it. Some of you are not making money for it. So some people are conditioned to believe that having your way in sales is negative, is bad. Negotiating is bad. And entrepreneurship might not be suitable for career paths. If it's not info feature I have about a salesperson, if you see a salesperson, you feel like they're doing something wrong, then forget sales. It's not for you. Forget entrepreneurship. Not even sales. All of us, if you're an entrepreneur, you're in sales. Hey, but I'm just selling bags now. You are a salesperson. Okay, is it traditional? It's not network marketing. I just sell pepper. Pepper. You are a salesperson. So these skills, building value and applying the right amount of pressure are very essential to guide people towards making a decision. To guide people towards making decision. If you dislike persistence and pressure, it's best to explore other career options. It's not, this business is not for you. You must persist, you must apply small pressure. I love this quote so much by Robert Kiyosaki. He said, skills make you rich, not theories, not theories. What you know doesn't make you rich. It's what you do, how you carry out skillfully the things you know. That's what makes you rich. So let's go back to handling specific objections. Number one, I don't have money. Oh, um, I don't have money. You know, after you've done, remember presentation, the full of crash course. I mean, after you finish, amazing, right? Which of them do you love the most? And they talk, yada yada yada. You know, I guess you must have taken the mastermind mentorship. Oh no, I didn't. Oh, this is where they now. Oh, you know, okay, which of the packages are you going for? And you give them the form, or you tell them, send them the account number. At this point, they bring up their objections. As they're saying the objections, remember I said it's natural part of the process. Let them talk. Use the face as they're talking. Just be listening to them. Pen down. Don't interject. Don't interrupt. When they finish, oh, I understand how you feel. Use the FFF rule during the handling objection part. Understand how you feel. This is now where, you know. So let's say the objection is I don't have money. This is one of the most common objections, but it's important to know that it is not 100% valid. A lot of people say, I don't have money because they want to wriggle themselves out of the situation. They don't want to make payment. They do not understand. They have other objections, but they want to use, I don't have money to, maybe their problem is, I don't think I can do this business, but they're using, I don't have money so that you will not disturb them again. So what do? Most times it is due to another objection. Maybe their real problem is, oh, I don't think I can do this business. I don't really like talking to people. I don't know how to convince people. Maybe that's even their real problem. So let's handle, I don't have money. Sunday, now it was Maurice that advised you ask this question, right? Remember, we're now digging into properly handling an objection. The objection one I talked before was objection, objection, they just say, okay, the person finish, you just say, okay, I understand how you feel. I actually feel the same way. And we can, but let's delve deeper into handling objection like pro. When the person says, oh, to be honest with you, I don't have money. After you use the FFF crack also, I mean, of crack also, and the person now to the point where they say, the objection part, they say, I don't have money. Just say, my voice is one that has this idea. Hey, do you really want to do this business? Just saying I don't have money, just a polite way of saying I'm not interested. You know why in this? Because you don't want to, you also don't want to waste your own time. And also so that I can actually pinpoint what the real issue is. Because sometimes people are not interested, but they're not saying I'm not interested. They just use I don't have money. I said you are the one selecting, they're not the one selecting you. So at this point, they'll say, no, I'm serious. You don't have the money. Am I the one that came here? I will stay till the end. You really want to do this business. They assure you. This is now where you're now bringing the felt found like you feel today. I know how you feel. I felt the same way when I saw this business, because I didn't have the money to register when I saw the presentation. But I actually found a way because I was tired of being broke and I knew this business to solve my no money problem. Tell them what you did to find a way. You tell them I called my friends, three of my friends, and they lent me the money. After that, if he finds a way to raise, tell him that if he finds a way to raise it, you will work with him or her to feed. See, when is this money? If you start the 50 package, or if you start with the 990 package, we can do this, we can work, I'll work with you so that at least worst case scenario, because it's borrowed money, worst case scenario in 2 weeks, we can raise. You've already made 40K with a matching bonus of 70 next 2 weeks. Can't you think of three of your friends? So I'm sure you can think of three of your friends at least three of your friends that can pay 69.90. Even I'm sure you have three of your friends that can even say take 69.90 and leave me alone. Can't you think of at least three people? Good. Let's go. So which of the remember to not finish without your closing line? What is our closing line? Remember, don't finish any conversation because some of you now, after this part, you now say, okay, or yeah, go and raise the money. If conversation has ended, oh, now which of the packages will you? Okay, what's the way forward towards getting you started? What's the way forward? At this point, what's the way forward? Okay, I'll think I'll try and call my uncle. Why don't put on that call now? Why don't you try to put the call now? If they're now insisting, I'll take my time, blah, 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 giddy, giddy. Or still get them to fill the form. Let them let you know the package that they are going for. That decision, at least they've made a decision. At this point, you can collect a time. Main thing during closings that you're collecting decision. At the end, you can say, okay, so Sunday, I'll check in with you by since you're going to make the call once you get home, so I'll check in with you today by 8 p.m. or I'll check in with you today by 7 p.m. because I want you to still lock in the mastermind slot because I think if you make your payment today, one of the things you can even do, if it's a physical session, you can just go to your leader, please, my leader, if so person makes payment today, please, can they still get that your mentorship? Of course, your leader will say, yes, they will get my mentorship today if they make their payment today. They will even sign on the form and tell the person it's going to expire today. If you don't lock in that payment today, it's going to expire today. So the person rallies around to see that they lock in their payment to still get the top mentorship. I think someone Chukwudi, John, I think you have a question. Don't worry, I'll take questions at the end, okay? I'm almost even done. How do I convince people is another one. Feel found method. Remember, you asked the first question. Tunde, do you really want to do this business? Or you're saying I can't convince people because, or how do I convince people because you're not interested? Oh, I'm really, really interested. Okay. To be honest with you, I actually understand how you feel. I felt the same way when I joined this business. I didn't know how to convince people, but I realized that in this team, they have a system that takes away the convincing from you. So I plugged in and it has been my best decision. You can use story method. You remind me of one of our high earners, Ambassador Didi. When she saw this opportunity, she was very shy and was very scared that this business wouldn't work for her. Thanks to our system, she's extremely successful today. Our system takes away convincing people from the equation. So you don't need to be convincing people. I hope we're taking screenshot of, for those of you that will say, please go back to slide 2, go back to slide 3, take a screenshot of it, okay? Fantastic. The next one is I can't, okay, still the same, I can't convince people now. Okay. So still on the convincing part, this is another thing you can still say, okay? So did I invite you to see this business? I mean, how did I invite you to see this business? Now, that's one of the reasons why you must stick to our invitation format, whether you're using comfort message, or using third-party recommendation, or you're using business launch. Let your process of invitations be seamless. If you go and if you invite somebody, you don't invite because some of you, because you're scared of using the script, you just gotta lie to your friend. And Sharon, there's somewhere I want to take you to. You're living in Jukwe. I don't even know where Jukwe is. You're living in a Guabalada. You go and pick the person in Maraba and bring the person to Gudu to see the opportunity. You can't use this method. You see this part of the closing now. It cannot work for you because the person will be saying, how you invited me now? You bundled me out of my house. You said if I don't follow you, I will never make it in this life. You see why your invitation method has to be seamless, has to be very seamless. So at this point, the person says, oh, all you did was actually to send me a text message. And then the person, and whatever means you use to prospecting, whether it's business launch, all you did was you told me that you were launching your business, right? And you attended and you're excited about the business. So tell the person, can you also send a text message to your friends? If you can send a text, then you can succeed here. If you invited them via social media, tell them how you also teach them to also connect to people on social media. So you're not convincing anybody. When you have simple methods, our system takes away convincing from the equation. And then somebody else will do the presentation for you. I don't have any friends. Perfect rule. I understand how you feel. I actually felt the same way as well. I felt that, I'm a very introverted person. If you're not an introverted person, you can say, I have my leader, one of my leaders, Didi, she was very introverted. Tell that story. We have a system that teaches you how to connect people via social media. People that you don't even know. If you choose the mastermind slot, we will teach you how to connect to people you don't even know. And then you finish with your closing line. What is your closing line, please? What is your closing line? I'll take questions, please. Those of you that are asking questions, please be ready to ask your questions during the time for questions, okay? What is your closing line, as always? After you finish, what is your closing line? What is your closing line? Ah, wow, nobody answer me. What is your closing line, my people? Okay, I guess you're typing. You're typing. What is your closing line? So, Sunday, which of the packages are you going for? Good. I'm happy you guys are learning. I'm happy that everyone here is learning. Beautiful. So this, no matter what they say, but I know some of you now say, but what of I cannot do it because my grandmother doesn't want me to do this type of business. I understand how you feel. I totally understand how you feel. One of our leaders, we have some people here who their parents didn't want them to do the business, who they are whatever. We understand, we totally understand how you feel. But look at what they found. They found out that see, when an opportunity is given like this, your father doesn't understand it. It's not your father that they showed the opportunity. It's not your grandfather that they showed the opportunity. It's you. So they saw the opportunity themselves. They're the ones that saw it. So it made sense to them. And we found a way to work with them. And eventually, when they started getting results, those people that told them not to do the business are now very supportive of them. So to me, trust me, we're in this together. So which of the packages are you going for? Do you understand? Keep it small, small. Don't over talk. Don't talk too much. Part of your problem is that during the closing process, you talk too much. Let the only person that talks too much be your prospect. The only person seeking understanding is your prospect. No, I mean he wants to be understood, right? He wants to be understood. So with the understanding, you now use it, explain the business better for them. Make them understand how the business works. The only person seeking understanding is your prospect. So why are you talking more than your prospect? You talk too much. That's the problem. That's why some of you are not making money. That's why a lot of you are not making money. So please, everybody, arm yourself with handling objection. It's so easy. It's not difficult. After this session, I'm sure there are 5 people, 3 people, 4 people that have shown the opportunity in the past few days that you're yet to follow up on. Please follow up on them. Follow up is where the money is. And are we promising that we're going to start doing better with following up? Are we going to do better with following up? Handling objection is part of follow-up. So I know some of you be wondering, but it's not follow-up we did. It's follow-up actually that we did. Handling objection is a part of follow-up. The only thing we did was we actually, broke it down. So I can take my time because most times I used to run everything together. Look at how it's 8:56 and I'm just wrapping up. Do you understand? So please follow up, people. Follow up. What's the worst that will happen? Some of you are doing this business part-time. Some of you are doing this business. If you're doing this business full-time, you should be a full-time person. When it comes to follow-up, you're full-time at it. You're doing this business part-time. Whether you're doing it part-time, just make sure you create time to do your business. I'm happy that you all go value, okay? So for those of you that have questions, you can start throwing in your questions now. Okay, you can start throwing in your questions now. I just want to quickly talk